Welcome to your guide on how to build a resume. The following information we provide is just an example. Your document may not include all of the following sections. Before we start, make sure you have access to a word processing application such as Word or Google Docs. Then, make sure that your margins are either 1 inch or ½ inch. For this example, we'll be using ½ inch margins. To start off your resume, you will need to include your contact information. Put your name at the top of the page, centered, bolded, and size 14 font in either Calibri, Arial, or Times New Roman font. Underneath your name, you will include the city, state, and zip code of your permanent residence. It's important to note that from this line on, the font size will either be 11 or 12. For this resume, we will be using 11 font. Underneath your location, include your phone number, then your professional email address, or whichever you wish to be contacted from. Now that your contact header is complete, your next line is going to start the bulk information of your resume. To start this, you want your text to be left aligned on the document. This is going to be where you include information about your education. The heading must be in all caps and bolded. Then below the heading, you will include your institution and accreditation, if applicable, in the following format. Underneath, you will include your degree and the month and year of your graduation. Following that will be your major, which will be bolded, your minor, if applicable, and under that, your overall GPA out of 4.0. Some information that will help boost your resume is your relevant classwork. Not everyone will need to include this, but it is an option. You should also include any study abroad experiences during your college career. For this, you will list where and when you studied abroad, followed by bullet points listing career-related activities you participated in. The next section will be your career-related experience. This is where you will include any internships, jobs, projects, etc. that directly correlate to your degree. You will list each experience with the title bolded, followed by the organization, location, and date completed. You will then include bullet points under each experience highlighting what the position entailed. When including this information on your resume, it's important to ask yourself, does the information follow the appropriate order of operations? Title, organization, city, state, and date? Are the bullet points provided in short phrases, not sentences or paragraphs, and are descriptive enough that they make sense to the reader? Last, does the content focus on relevant and current information, activities, and experiences? The next section will be your work experience. This consists of your most recent jobs held. You will list the job in the same format you listed your career-related experiences. You will then include bullet points describing the duties of your job. Your next section, if applicable, will be military experience. You will include any positions held and note underneath in bullet points what that position entailed. The next section of your resume will be leadership experience and involvement. This is where you will include any organizations you were or are involved in, any positions you might have held in that organization, and the duties of that position. When typing the bulk of your resume, you should also ask yourself, is the resume free of errors including capitalization, spelling, and punctuation? And do bullet points begin with action verbs, and are they in the correct tense? It's important that your resume is consistent. The next section of your resume, if applicable, will be any professional presentations and publications you have completed regarding your degree. The next section to follow is professional development, which will consist of any events or conferences you have attended or been a part of. Then, you will list your community service activities. List the type of service you completed, followed by the date. The next section on your resume will be any honors or awards you have received. This can include any honor societies, scholarships, and competitions. Then, your final section, if applicable, will be any languages you are knowledgeable of. To finish your resume, you want to add a header to the second page. Simply type your name -page 2 in bold. Then, to make sure nothing is in the header of the first page, go to the Header and Footer tab and select Different First Page. You will want to make sure that your spacing is even throughout your resume by selecting all of your text and going to line spacing and selecting 1. Go to line spacing options and select Don't add spacing between paragraphs. Your career coach can provide more guidance. Once your resume is done, here are some things to remember. 1. Create a separate document for professional references. 2. Never print your resume double-sided. And 3. When applying for jobs or internships, if no format is requested, submit your resume in PDF format. If you want extra help or someone to review your resume, go to penwest.joinhandshake.com to schedule an appointment for a resume review. Congrats! You have just completed your resume.